Today, we're going to talk about a murder for hire that spans from Austin, Texas, into Nashville, Tennessee. This is Hold My Sweet Tea. Oh, happy day. I'm Pearl.
And I'm Holly. And I have an energy drink, so I'm all right.
Are you sure
I am.
that you're all right?
I live for energy drinks.
I mean, I see the energy drink, so I'm not questioning that. But,
yes.
you know.
It's the Ruby Apple Alani Nu. You can only get it in like the little potion pack thing they have for Halloween. And I scored a pack. I was like, yes, but it's really good.
Potion pack, huh?
The potion pack. Although they do have, not sponsored, they do have a voodoo vanilla flavor, but haven't found that one yet. So
nice.
How vanilla is voodoo?
I don't know.
I don't think it's very vanilla.
Vanoodo?
Vanoodo. But this Ruby Apple one is
that is the
good.
new name for vanilla voodoo. It's Vanoodo.
That's some of that vanilla voodoo. You mean Vanoodo?
Hoodoo, the Vanoodo that you do.
Oh, Lord.
Happy mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Or
sometimes the best stuff comes out of our mouths or happy mistakes.
Right. Other things that happen in our lives are not very happy mistakes.
Right. Exactly.
Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple that's murdered in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
By some people they don't know, because someone else who lives in Texas hired some hitmen.
Every time I think of a hitman hired, I think of Carol Baskin and then Tiger King. I think that was the most sensationalized murder for hire ever.
You know, it didn't help that it was like during the vid.
Right. Carol Baskin
killed her husband.
Whacked him.
So there you go.
Yep.
So this happened on March 13th in 2020. Look, during the vid.
During the vid. Another murder for hire. Wow.
Apparently, nobody wanted to go murder anybody themselves because they didn't want to catch COVID.
Right. They're like, I can't leave my house to murder, so let me hire somebody.
You know, we are doing the whole social distancing.
That's right. How do you murder in social distance? Must be with a gun.
Yeah, it's got to be. It actually is.
Okay, there was no knives involved. There we go.
Congratulations. You've spoiled it. No, I'm kidding. So, on March 13th, 2020, Nashville Metro Police are called. A construction worker finds a white Acura, and it appears to have hit a tree. Inside that Acura is Holly Williams and Bill Lanway.
Oh.
She is a esthetician, and he is a mechanic.
Nice.
Now, she is not only an esthetician.
Uh-huh.
We find out much later in the investigation that she was also an escort.
Get it, girl. She's like, I'm going to esthetician you and escort you.
Yeah. This was a 3-year-long investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And her being an escort was not the only secret uncovered. But the illicit affair and even a little bit of conspiracy seems to have been involved.
Ah, okay. Somebody got jilted.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, Nashville PD Detective Patrick Cuthbertson was one of the case investigators, and he said, quote, "This was like a scene out of a movie." Friends of Holly, not you,
Not me.
Holly Williams, would tell reporters and even the police that the relationship between Holly and Bill was toxic.
Ah, she was a toxic Holly.
Yeah. And she actually had cameras installed at her apartment because she wanted proof of her domestic disputes with Bill.
Oh, well, it makes sense. I mean, some states won't even let you divorce because you didn't have like the proof or whatever. Oh, you broke your arm? Did he do that really?
Right.
Yeah.
So this led investigators, obviously, to want to see what they could see from these security cameras. And they focused on the time around when their bodies were found in the car that had slammed into the tree. There was some footage of some men approaching Holly's apartment door earlier in March of 2020. And Detective David Willover of the Metro Nashville PD said it was pretty obvious they were doing things to hide their identity. Like looking down. I mean, they had COVID masks, so that helped.
Right.
But, you know. And the indoor camera footage showed Holly pacing around the house and like trying to make sure that the door was like all the way locked, blocked with stuff, trying to make sure that if those men outside tried to get inside, they couldn't. Like she was doing preventative things.
Yes.
And that is what led investigators to look more into her background. And then that's when they found out that she moonlighted as an escort. And her name was Layla Love.
Oh, does she have an OnlyFans?
Who knows? I didn't see anything about an OnlyFans, but maybe.
Possibly.
So there really weren't any leads per se from the footage. I mean, they see the men, but they can't actually identify them. But they start checking Bill and Holly's phones. And they notice that there's one number in both phones. And it's a voice over IP telephone number. So while you can use those to sometimes hide your identity as a caller, they still leave a trail because it's a computer code IP address phone. And so still gives you a way to go. Eventually, investigators find out that this phone number could be matched back to Adam Carey. And he was a former Marine with special ops training. And along with all of that came a criminal record. And he's living in North Carolina and working in private security. So, crazy enough, they check out Carey's driver's license picture, and he looks a lot like one of the guys on that video.
Yeah.
So that was like a big break for them. And that break was like in the earlier part of 2021. And basically what they find is something called a Tennessee sit rep, which refers to the military term situation report for what's happening on the ground. And it literally showed that there were people getting paid to be in Nashville to look for Holly.
Oh, damn.
And William. Or Bill. Yeah.
Wait, what? I don't know. I'm waiting to see what led up to this. I'm like, what did she do?
Right. So, another former Marine named Brian Brockway is the one who actually wrote this situation report.
Mm-hmm.
They also identify a few other suspects that are working together in some kind of plot. But the biggest part they learn is that a man named Eric Mound, he's the owner of an Austin car dealership, Mound Toyota.
Huh.
And at this moment, they don't realize it. But later, they learn that Eric is kind of the center of all of this.
Ah.
Apparently, Eric had hired Holly as an escort, but only knew her as Layla Love. And that occurred early in 2020 when he was visiting his son in Nashville.
Let me go visit my son and hire an escort while I'm there.
Here.
What a piece of trash.
Through Eric, they find that he's like friends, and I air quoted that, with an Israeli national who owns a private security firm and does some consulting work for the dealership. Because I guess they have like a homeless people problem on the lot. So he usually helps handle that stuff. And his name is Gilad Peled, but we're just going to call him Gil. Now, Eric gets a rando text. He doesn't know who it's from. And it's on March 1st. So like this stuff happened really fast.
Right.
So March 1st, Eric gets a text. The person sending this text says they want $25,000 or they're going to tell the world that Eric has used that escort. So here's some blackmail.
Yep.
And so, of course, Eric turns to Gil for help. And he's like trying to find out what her real name is and like who this person is that texts, trying to, extort money.
Right.
And Gil asks Brian Brockway's brother, Chad, who has his own security firm, to do some research on Layla Love. Now, Gil lies to Chad and says that he's been hired by a family in Nashville that's missing their daughter, and they think that she may have been sex trafficked, and that's why he needs to know the identity of this Layla Love person.
Gotcha.
So they learn her real name.
Mm-hmm.
And they issue their report. And, as far as he knows, that's
that was it. Yeah.
So, using the information from his brother, Brian Brockway hires Adam Carey and 2 other men to go to Nashville. These are the ones that are recorded on her home security cameras. And they've been seen on there at least on 3 separate occasions. So they're able to determine that Bill himself was behind the extortion text.
Yeah. I figured he would play into that, and he was like, "Oh, well, we're just going to blackmail some men and get some money off of this."
Yeah,
like,
let's make
your
some more
label of
moolah.
love. Nobody knows who you are. How are they going to find out? You know,
right?
Yeah.
So Bill actually calls Eric at his home on March 11th. They are found dead on March 13th.
Right.
March 11th, he's calling Eric's house. And, you know, apparently Eric's family is like one of the most well-known in Austin. And so then, obviously, Eric's like freaked out, scared that his wife's going to answer the phone because now this guy knows my home number.
Right.
So it's just like escalating.
Yeah. So the only thing he could think to do was schmurder.
Apparently. Well, apparently, Brian goes to Nashville, joins Carrie, and on March 11th, Brockway tells Gil, so Brian tells Gil that he and Adam have killed, or would kill, not have killed, would kill Bill and Holly for $60,000 a piece. They want $60K per person. And according to Gil, Eric was on board. So he's like, yeah, let's do it.
He's like, all right, this will clear my name. Nobody knows.
Right. So at that point, that's when they realize, you know, these are the 2 guys who were there during those initial visits to Holly's apartment. And they're like, the other guys that were with Adam before had actually already left. So they were supposedly completely unaware of the murder for hire plot. Like, they weren't there when Brian and Carrie got together and said, hey, Eric, because remember I said there was like 4 of them. So when all that happened, the other 2 guys had left.
Yeah.
So on March 12th, you can see Holly and Bill leave out of the apartment. And they assume that they're ambushed. You can't see them on video anymore, but you can hear the sounds of gunshots and a man and a woman screaming. And so, obviously, since this case is involving multiple states, because...
Right, we're all over the place.
We're everywhere. The FBI has to be called in to assist in June. And they eventually get help from one of the 2 other guys who initially knocked on Holly's door with Carrie. But the ones that I said are not involved in the murder for hire plot.
Yeah.
And this guy agrees to wear a recording device and go talk to Adam and Brian. So the guy talks with them, and he's asking about a possible made-up hit job. Like, not even a real thing. He's just like...
Right.
Talking out the side of his head, just trying to find information. And in one of those conversations, I guess Brian says some things that were kind of pointing to the fact that he probably was involved in the murders. And so on December 10th in 2021, the FBI is finally able to arrest Brian Brockway and Adam Carey and Gil Paulette. Investigators then ask Gil to call Eric because they need some help, getting some sort of evidence so that they have a good reason to go, like something physical to go on.
Yeah.
To go arrest Eric. So one of the FBI special agents sits with Gil and he's like, this is what I want you to do. I need you to call Eric and you're going to tell him that one of the guys that got hired to do this stuff is demanding more money. And if he doesn't get it, he's basically having Gil pretend to re-extort him so that he can see where this conversation leads.
Mm-hmm.
And so Gil calls and he tells him, hey, one of the guys is wanting like $25K. There's a whole recording you can look up online on this phone call. And he's like, one of the guys wants $25K to keep his mouth shut, blah, 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 whatever. He's like, just going on. And he's like, initially Eric starts saying, okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. But he said, but here's my concern. Like, is he going to come back and ask for more money again later? He's like, how many times is he going to threaten to, out me on this or whatever? So I'd rather there be like a more permanent solution. And so, Gil plays along and he's like, yeah, well, what do you want to do? And he's like, well, I'd go ahead and pay another 60 to have it taken care of permanently. So after that call ends, guess who gets arrested? Pretty much immediately.
Yeah, immediately. So you went to see your kid, you hired an escort, but instead of you going to your wife and going, you know what? I messed up, and now somebody's trying to extort me. I know this looks bad, and I know this is going to look bad on our family, and I'm really sorry. Can we sweep this under the rug maybe, and like, we'll handle it. If you want a divorce, we'll do a divorce, all that stuff. We'll make sure the kids are okay. No, you decided to hire somebody to kill somebody and then decided to hire him to kill somebody else. Like,
you're literally compounding your mistakes.
Wow.
Mistake on mistake.
Right.
On top of mistake. Covered in mistake sauce.
Yes. With mistake cherries on top. Yes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Right? So, they're all charged in federal court. Yeah. All the criminal counts in connection with this murder for hire plot. Gil pleads guilty to murder for hire and conspiracy to commit kidnapping, as well as kidnapping resulting in death. But he agrees to testify against the other defendants.
I was going to say, he probably got a plea deal and...
Sure.
Yeah.
He's the first one there.
Because he already finagled that situation and,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, 14-day trial happens. The jury deliberates for 7 on November 17th, 2023. They find Brian and Adam guilty of murder for hire, resulting in death, conspiracy to commit kidnapping, and kidnapping, resulting in death. The jury finds Eric guilty of conspiracy to commit murder for hire, but not guilty of the kidnapping, resulting in death.
Hmm.
I guess maybe because he's not the one who made the plan. He just paid for it.
Exactly.
Stupid. Now, of course, they appeal. And Eric tries to get a whole new trial, saying, oh, there was certain evidence that was agreed to be, given to the, out in front of the jury that was admitted. And then there was some unadmitted evidence too that was shown to the jury and shouldn't have been. So they're saying the court made errors in stuff that wasn't,
so he wanted
there was stuff that should have been shown and there was stuff that shouldn't have. So two different instances happened the opposite way around than they should have, whatever. So they're like, the court's error, blah, blah, blah. They think, I guess he's thinking these things could have been something that may have swayed the jury another way. Initially, this gets approved. And they're like, cool, in 2024, they're telling him, yeah, we'll go ahead and retry you, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then another judge looks at it and goes, no, we're not. And so it gets revoked. There's not going to be another trial.
Right.
But
you did what you did.
Yeah, they all face life sentences because of it.
Wow.
And of course, it's a tragedy for the families involved. Yeah. Their own families.
Yes.
Including the one they destroyed with murder. So, yeah.
All because you couldn't keep it in your pants.
Right. Because you couldn't behave yourself when you were away from home.
Right. And I'm sure that's not the first time that it happened.
Probably not. So, there we have it, folks.
That is
today's...
insane.
Today's insane, yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, aren't we glad we're back?
We are glad we're back. And I even went and yesterday I went and got my hair did. Got me a haircut, long-awaited haircut, because I haven't been to a salon in like 2 years.
Yeah, it's like we both habitually cut our own hair.
I just chop on my own every once in a while. I'm like, oh, well, it's down middle of my back. Chop, 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 chop. And then let it grow some more. So I went and got it done. And I had the most wonderful stylist. Her name is Essie. And she said she was going to listen to our podcast. So I, hope she enjoys it. And, she was like super sweet and did an amazing job. And I got my bob I can swing.
Her cute bob. She's Bob around.
I'm like Dora the Explorer. Dora the Explorer.
she's not bopping around the store. She's bobbing.
Yes.
Bobbing around the store.
But I like it. It feels so much better. And, got to treat yourself every once in a while and do something nice for yourself. So.
Yeah. Yes, you do. I spent my entire day in a dealership.
Yep.
Being tortured.
Yes. Car buying is torture. And I don't know why, it literally takes
How did I ever sell them
long?
Is my question.
Right. Do you know what is not torture?
Oh, listening to the stylings of Patty Salzetta.
Exactly. And I noticed she commented on one of our YouTube videos. She said, y'all are crazy.
Yeah, we are crazy. But she already knew that.
Right?
You don't have to tell everyone else.
Right? I was laughing. I'm like, look at that.
Yes.
But yeah, she made our theme music and it's wonderful.
Yep.
We love it.
Yep. And if any of you would like to leave us a little comment or send us an email.
Yes.
Send us your Sweet Tea After Dark stories.
We do need those.
Case suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to do.
Yep.
It is holdmysweettteapodcast@gmail.com.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Lemon in your tea squeezy.
When life gives you lemons, squeeze them in your drink.
That's right. I don't like lemon in my tea, though.
No.
I'm not a lemon in my tea gal. Like, you go and they're like, oh, would you like some lemon in your iced tea? No.
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 I always go, this is a restaurant. You probably just finished cleaning the counter with that lemon.
Right.
I don't want it.
Do not squeeze it in my tea.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
But anyway.
Yeah. And
that's how you do it.
That's right.
It's how you talk to us.
So send those things in. And as always, Hold My Sweet Tea is a Drunken Bee production.
Bzz.
You guys remember to stay safe out there, because I forgot to say that on the last episode, because we've been gone for a while.
So she was just letting you guys live dangerously without warning.
On the dangerous side. And just because we're dipping doesn't mean you can't keep sipping.
Bye.